So today we're going to do something kind of cool. We're going to take one of the most common, everyday words you can think of and use it as a key that unlocks a hidden system, one designed to completely change how we all communicate. Let's dive right in. Here it is. This is our key. That's it, just the word hammer. I know, it seems almost too simple, right? We all know what it is, we know what it does, but you've got to trust me on this one. There is so much more to this word than meets the eye.
And that is the big question for today, isn't it? We're about to go on a little investigation, using this one simple entry from the Simple English Wiktionary to see what bigger, fascinating ideas are hiding just beneath the surface. Okay, so to get to the bottom of this, we've got to start at square one. We're going to break this word down piece by piece, exactly how it shows up in its most basic dictionary form. Let's see what we can find.
First thing you see, pronunciation. And you'll notice there's a small but clear difference. So in the UK, you might hear hammer without that hard R. But over in the US, you get that strong R sound, hammer. It's a tiny detail for sure, but it helps establish that we're starting with just the simple, clear facts.
All right, next up, the main definition. Look how clean this is. There's no jargon, no complex language. A hammer is simply a heavy tool for pushing a nail into wood. It's direct, it's functional, and honestly, it's impossible to misunderstand.
And hey, the entry even gives us this classic quote to add a little bit of color. It's a saying we all know, and it just perfectly captures the whole single-minded purpose of the tool.
Now check out the verb form. It's just as simple. To hammer is to push a nail into wood using a hammer. Did you catch that? It's actually using the words we already know to build the meaning. It's an incredibly efficient, really clever way to explain something. Okay, so far, so simple. Pretty straightforward stuff. But here's where it gets really interesting. Everything we've just looked at, the definitions, the quote, all of it, is actually secondary, because the most important clue on this entire page is just one single line of text, hidden in plain sight.
There it is! Right at the top. Hammer is on the Basic English 850 list. Okay, what on earth does that mean? What is this list? This right here is where our little investigation really kicks off.
Let's just zero in on that number for a second. 850. This isn't random, you guys. This number is the absolute key to the entire system we just stumbled upon. It's the heart of this whole mystery.
You see, that tiny little label pulls back the curtain on what we're really talking about today. It was never just about a hammer. It's about this thing called Basic English, a system that was deliberately designed for one thing: total clarity. So what is it? Well, Basic English is basically a stripped-down, simplified version of English. It operates on a core vocabulary of just those 850 essential words. And the whole point is to be able to explain almost anything using just this limited, foundational set of terms.
The whole philosophy behind it is pretty brilliant.
You have your 850 core words, you use simple grammar rules, and the whole system is built so that people all over the world can communicate clearly and so that complex topics can be taught in the most direct way possible. Okay, so now we get the system, let's connect this all the way back to our hammer. Remember how perfectly simple that Wiktionary entry was? Well, it turns out that wasn't an accident. It's actually a flawless demonstration of Basic English in action. I mean, think about it. First, hammer is one of those essential core words from the list. The definitions for both the noun and the verb only use that simple foundational language. The examples are super direct. The entire entry is just engineered from the ground up to be as easy to understand as possible for as many people as possible. And if you want proof that this whole idea works, here it is. That one simple entry for hammer is available and understandable in 68 different languages. 68! That is the power of designing for simplicity. It's incredible. So here's the big takeaway, the most crucial point of all this. The simplicity we saw wasn't a lack of detail. It was a feature, not a bug. It's a deliberate, powerful design choice aimed at one goal: universal understanding. And that leaves us with a final, pretty fascinating question to chew on. We started with a hammer, and we uncovered this whole system for simplifying language. So as our world gets more and more complex, is there maybe more power in making how we talk about it simpler? In the end, could a simpler language actually be a better one? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for digging into this with me today.